Wait a minute, I turned y'all's off. They give me her, take them out. Get it done.
This time we're going to talk about capital outlay expenditures for the next 5 years. And, say school roofs, 253 particular schools, west side of 2022, northbound, Auburn, and east side of 2024. Ready for this year? See.
Thank you, Mr. Moderator. If you could call that, if you could call Mr. Moderator, if I may, Mr. We appreciate you very much, Moderator. Let's look at the school roofs. This is one subject that probably county commissioners have heard lots and lots of stuff. Back in February of last year, previous year, 2017, a report was done on roofs. And I think probably everybody in this room, Mr. Babb, you don't have a copy, I'll be glad when I do know it, I've seen it time, I think, to the commission multiple times. The architect, Mr. Grimmersby, has appeared before the commission and the board multiple times. Canton High School, Woodland School is a ranked order of the need the most. Canton High School, I don't think we need to go over the need for roofs in each of these schools, do we?
No, I think that's
Mr. Did you say more?
I think that's pretty much been established in that roofs are.
Okay, so I don't have to make that case. The case now is for funding. And commissioners, you might want to relate in regard to funding and what the commission is looking at now. You can probably tell us more about that to this body, about where we are on the roofs.
Well, the last time we looked at it, it was $2.171 million was what we were looking toward allocating. Now that's, I can't remember, I think, is that the TPO?
That would be the TPO at probably only two. And that's Woodland.
I think that's correct.
Russell's original motion, I think 2.1 was the TPO that it did include Woodland.
Woodland and high school. To get to grammar school, we needed 2.8.
Correct.
Now, to do the 2.171, we can do that without any kind of tax increase. And just so y'all know, and they know, my theory behind that, and I'm not a mathematician by no means, but we have a wheel tax, $50, and of the $50, $40 of it was enacted in 1999, and that built this Woodbury Grammar School and the additions on the other schools. So that $40 that we generate every year, it generates around $670,000 according to the trustee's office. Now, what happens with that is allocated toward that debt. So we can't go out and spend money against that revenue because we've already got debt associated with it. Now, the good thing about that particular wheel tax is it was based on a certain amount of cars in 1999. And we actually have more cars today, which means we're selling more wheel tax, so we're generating more revenue, but at the same time, that would allow us to theoretically pay that debt off sooner, because right now it's scheduled to end May 25th, 2025. But we currently have, last time I checked, was $2.6 million in the Education Debt Service Fund. That does not include this year. Well, it might include parts of this year, I'm not sure. But regardless, we only owe 5.8. So you can do the math on that. If it generates $670,000 a year, how many more years we've got before it's paid off? Somewhere around 2023. So it may be around a couple of years early that we could theoretically pay it off. The problem is, and y'all all know it, is that's what the county is using as a bank. We use that to fund our trans notes. And we do that for one particular reason is and y'all feel like y'all correct me if I'm wrong, if we go to a bank and borrow the money we need, we have to pay interest. If we borrow from ourselves, we don't have to pay interest. So in reality, we're saving ourselves some interest payment. Now, the $10 portion of the $50 is not allocated toward any debt. That started in 1975 when we built the high school, and that continued on until, well, it's indefinite. because in order to take that tax off, you would have to ask the state legislature to pass a private act to remove it, and that's never going to happen from a commission standpoint. I don't believe, no matter what we do, how many commissioners change, I don't think that $10 will ever come off. But that $10 does not have any debt associated with it. Now, Russell did the numbers, I did the numbers, we come up really, really close, I think, on both proposals. And if we use that $10, I think we can do the TPO at $2.171 million. I think over a 15-year plan, 12 to 15 years, I can't remember exactly what it was. And that does not increase taxes on anybody. But, you know, I gotta have 6 people vote for it. So that's where we're at on the money. You know, that's a great question, Herb. The money that, 2 things on interest. Last year on the debt that we owe for the 1999 editions, we paid $78,000 in the interest payments last year. My theory behind that, and I've asked for that to be on the next agenda next month in May, is why are we doing that? Why don't we take $1 million out of our 2.6 that we've got in that fund and pay on the principal, which would lower our interest payments? And I hope that's what we do, unless I'm misunderstanding how that works. But no, we do not pay the school system any interest, which baffles me a little bit, because that education debt service fund can only be used for education debt. So it goes into the general fund, is where it goes, and I verified that with Norman. So any interest we collect on that actually goes back into our general fund. I can't speak to the legal side of it, but that's the way it's been doing for 20-something years.
I think typically on that is that it should not be called school debt service, it should be called debt service, because the schools aren't benefiting any except for paying this school off here by 2023. They will have to pay off that, hopefully that will be done by that. But I think it should be just called debt service, because
well, we have our own debt service.
Time asking for funds, whether it's roofs or for other facilities or whatever. And, you know, I've been told literally this is a restricted fund for county use, not for the school.
Well,
Am I right, Mr. Chairman? Bruce?
If I may,
Travis?
yes, please.
if I may, back during the last term of the commission, the comptroller apparently identified, like a better term, some improprieties in the debt service. And the county had to split this off into a general debt service and to an educational debt service. That's why you have the 2. The county general side is working at this time to pay back $8 million to the education debt service that was part of the impropriety. Now, how it came about, I don't know. I'm not going to guess. It's a different administration. All I know is we got to pay it, and there's $700,000 left. It's got to be paid back. And the county was also put on a 5-year plan, and the county commission voted this and sent it to the comptroller's office. That certain percentages of the expenses had to be set aside each year. 25% in the county general, 25% in ambulance service, 25% in solid waste. And if memory serves me right, if I'm wrong, I'm sorry, the 2 debt services have to have 50% of their yearly expenses put back. Now, in the county general, we want somewhere around $1 million to operate the county for each year. July 1 until October when the money starts coming back in. There's 3 years left on that plan for it's supposed to be finished. And that's the explanation of why we have the 2 debt services, the county general and the education. When they opened up the education debt service, they moved, I can't remember exactly, but it was 2 million plus out of the general into the education debt service to pay on the county school system debt.
Anything more on the roof situation? Again, the Woodland, Woodbury, Grammar, and Canyon High School certainly is at the top of those 3 lists to do. And what I did, I estimated this looking at what the architect has said is that by 2022, this is estimated that West Side Road will be at the point where it's in the shape probably Woodland is at this point. And then Karen, you probably talk about that a little bit. On West Side does have leaks, but not as bad as what these other schools are. Correct?
We do have leaks right now. Most of them are around the perimeter, and I think the architect, when he came around, talked about that, just where we've had maintenance or maybe just water sitting or whatever. So most of our leaks are right around the perimeter, and the maintenance team does the best they can with getting those things fixed. We don't have a major leak problem right now in the middle of classrooms or anything like that. So I think if we can patch till 2023, we'll probably be okay.
So we're looking at 2022 approximately. It may stretch out a little bit more, commissioners, other than that. Whereas Short Mountain, Auburn, East Side, the architect is made by East Side. I don't know what y'all did up there, doing something right. You got one major leak, I think, over at that 2nd grade class week. Y'all to get that repaired. I think East Side's problems are pretty well. Am I right on that one?
So our big problem is, please run the HVAC that's on the roof in the 2nd grade classroom. So anytime it rains, that, she's got to have bad attraction now.
So what we're going to try to do, what we're doing there is get some roof specialists that can come in and try to get that solved for East Side. The dean has, where's the dean gone? I think the dean has left us to,
So,
but the same thing at East Side and Auburn and Short and Auburn is that they're eventually going to have to be replaced too. Where's the dean? I'm looking.
Stephanie might know.
Stephanie, you know, as former assistant principal at Short Mountain Leaks, at Short Mountain. So nothing major. So yeah, thank you, Supervisor. So Auburn, there's just some minor stuff at Auburn East Side. 2 small students have best roofs in the county. So eventually, as we all well know, they can start deteriorating over a period of time, and then you'll have to replace those. Probably within the 5-year.
so I know we're about to run out of time, so roofs, obviously. Is there anything else, though, that stands out to y'all that we need to know about? Because, I've heard this in multiple commissioners' meetings, that, these roofs were this, and nobody knew about it. Well, what is it other than roofs? Is there something else out there that we don't know about that we need to say, hey, look, this needs to be on our radar?
Right now, there's 2 major projects that we'll be doing before the end of this fiscal year. The first one is the Auburn Town sewer situation. We had a grease trap emptying into a sewer that was original to the property pretty well. That was done. It's going to be more cost effective to just have an earthen floor. It's going to be cost effective to all those new pipes coming in. It's on solid rock with me. That's going to have to be done $12,800 by the end of this fiscal year. That bid is already been approved by the board. And so that will start some schools out. At Westside School, we have a major drainage problem in the kitchen area at Westside. That is, we have a collapsed pipe. We shut the bathroom down there in the kitchen, and we have a collapsed pipe, an old wrought iron pipe, original property, early 1950s or 1960s when it was put in. It is collapsed. We're going to have to go down through tile, which the tile is most probably asbestos, so we're treating it like asbestos. We have some asbestos abatement. It's not going to cost us as much as we thought it was going to. Somewhere they were going to probably $25,000 for that. We have also a pipe that the asbestos inspector from the state said a couple weeks ago, we're going to remove, that's going to be another $2,500. We think in that neighborhood, we're still waiting for the asbestos company about that. And then all of that would have to be done. We're looking at that in the neighborhood of $10,000 to $12,000 in doing that. Other than that, this is where my principals have an opportunity of any major things. Other than that, the board members still chime in. Go ahead, Mr. Fan.
We have a skating ring at the high school that should be a basketball court. I'm sure that west side, Woodland, east side, everywhere else has problems with their courts. Should be refinished. It's gonna cost quite a bit of money. Make it safe for the kids. We got PE classes and everything else in there besides just sports. We have classes in there. I think some of the estimates at the high school is $25,000 to refinish the floor. It's dangerous. I'd say some of our grammar school gyms are pretty bad. Karen, here's some pretty good shape. Yeah.
I was gonna say, that's one of the things we take care of. Coach Haley's very proud of his gym. About 3 years ago, we stripped our gym and refinished it. So I would love to have it professionally done. I think it's not professional, but I would love to have it done professionally. But right now, I think we're pretty good. But we paid for that with school money as well.
Harvest Festival.
Harvest Festival money.
So, in essence, the big thing that we have to look forward to is the roofs.
That is probably, where that is, the major expenditures that we have. Correct, principals? That's your major headaches.
Although I know you are
G4s.
going to do the train very briefly. You want?
Yeah, let's talk about that real quick. This probably for Greg, I think I may get this. We are applying, the board has approved them to go forward into our school system. When I say them, Frank Company and Franklin, Water, you have all these energy companies. They partnered in with a lighting company. It's done a lot of lighting over, they did it in Coffee County, done it in Rutherford, done it in Putnam. Smart Gregory's company is doing that, and what they're going to do is cost savings, and that cost savings is to change out all these lights to LEDs. And every lighting system that's a bulb that we change to LED lighting, and what they will do, since we've already done the windows and the energy savings of that, what we will do is take the energy savings we're doing with the lighting and other energy efficiencies. If it's a newer unit, we don't replace. They will evaluate every unit in our system, AC unit in our system, and they will replace that. What you do with the EESI is called the Educational Energy Savings Initiative from the State Department of Education, a low interest loan, about 1%. What you do, you go and you apply, they don't want to do that, and I'll let those guys explain how all that works. It's a little complicated, but it was money from the state of Tennessee, extra lottery money to that function. And so it's a low interest loan, you pay your payments, if you don't see the energy costs, train writes the check, you choose it. So it's a good program. I'm trying to get one of our roofs as a part of that, so we can take that $2.1 million that you allocate, the commission allocates, and make a good district at Woodbury Ground through that training. That's what I'm working on. So he's going to be coming to the board members. He will be, Randy Moller will be on our board at a board meeting in May. So he will be there to talk to all. Travis will be there to talk about that thing. I know we're running close to time, it's 8:01, so I don't need the moderator on my case. But other schools, I know Ms. Fitz is gone. This gym probably could use some work at some point. This gym is will be 20 years old next year. And I'm getting older, Greg.
You're what?
I'm getting old.
Oh.
I'm getting old. This gym is 20 years old. It's 20 years old next year. Angela's gym probably has to be redone. Connie's, you're probably,
I think we're at that's final.
yes, it's asbestos tile, at least I bet you're playing.
You know, I just had one thing I want to say, Freddie, and that's, I hope we stay engaged on this because it keeps getting kicked down the road. The roofs keep getting put off and put off and put off. I've done maintenance for years, and you keep kicking it down the road and putting it off, it's gonna cost you more money. And it'll end up costing more money, and more money, and more money. So I think it's time that, I hope we stay engaged, and I hope we get this worked out. We've got to do it. We just gotta do it. It's going to end up with a lot of money and possibility of some hurt people, some hurt kids. We can't do that. We can't keep kicking it down the road.
I agree with you, Greg, and one of the things that bothers me is doing the roofing, that what they're looking at. To me, by the time we get them paid for, we need to turn around and do them all over again, because if we're putting on a cheaper roof, it's only gonna last so many years, and if it's, by the time we get them paid for, we're looking at replacing them again, and we still got other schools gonna need roofs. So I'm not agreeing with some of them on how they're wanting to do this, because I just don't see a temporary fix. Let's fix it and go on. The county doesn't have a whole lot of debt. We're not knee-deep in debt. I'm not saying it's not costing us, but, and we have all these offices that have to be paid and all this, we have to spread the money out. I know that. I've been on the commission this 12 years, so I know it's not, there's not problems, there are problems. We're working on them. And he's saying we won't have to raise taxes, but I think we will have to raise some taxes. I don't know how much yet. Some of them want to avoid it, but I don't see how we're going to avoid it totally. I think we're going to have to raise some taxes, and I don't like it more than anybody else does. It's been said I do, but that's not the case. I don't like it, but reality is reality. I mean, you got to do what you got to do.
Okay, I think that's about our time has expired. I would like to, we didn't hear anything from Brett Brown. He's the quiet Brett.
That's right.
Hey, let me say, on behalf of the ones that were here, thank y'all in the crowd for being here. I thank the commissioners for being here and the board for being here. I think Randy would have been here, that would have given us 6. It's a process, and this was just the first step. And that's what I wanted out of this, and I think we accomplished that by, one, I've got a lot more information than I had before I came, and number 2, I want to start, and we got to start somewhere. And if the ones that didn't show up, I'm not going to, that it's their loss. So, thank you. I hope we do have additional meetings.
All right, that's the last thing the moderator's taking here. I would like to ask a question to everybody. How many learned something tonight? If you raise your hand if you learned something tonight at what building? All right, thank you. Because that's what educators do. I was a teacher tonight. And that's my goal as a director of schools, is to be that teacher, teach the commission, teach others, teach others. Hey, I've had to teach principals a few things. I think sometimes I have supervisors too. But thank you so much for coming tonight. I'm going to go to moderators. Thank you, moderators. I appreciate your help.
Thank you very much. This has been very beneficial. Everyone I've spoken with has been very happy to make it here tonight. Something that I would like to add is that every morning, 62% of the people who are employed in this county get up, car, pick up, and they drive outside. 9 times out of 10, the investments they make, the expenditures they have, they will spend outside of the county. If they need the tank filled up, they just do it. If they need work, they don't do it here. Well, what does that do? Well, it just takes it to the cents out of that highway. Makes it longer to get potholes fixed. It takes it longer to get roads paved. And if we could think more about the businesses here, mom and pops, local businesses, these are the businesses that our schools have to turn to at harvest time, doing fundraising, and more we can do to spend at home with benefit the county much greater than anything we can actually consider. For everyone who's attended, thank you very much. We need to set a date in the near future to do the next Second of this, we look forward to 10 to 15-year partnership. Thank you very much.
Hey, Brenda, did you want to do, the budget is our big thing over the next 2 or 3 months, so or a couple of months. So I would suggest maybe a August meeting, September, or somewhere around in there.
Yeah, let's get school started back. And principals, supervisors, what do y'all think? Maybe August or early September meeting? September, thank you, okay? We get August, schools get started, it's a tough time, so thank you, sir.